Howdy guys, it's Joe here, and ever since Sombra's been released, a lot of people have been wondering, how actually strong is she, who can she 1v1, and today I wanted to actually put her to the test, so that's exactly what we did. Me and my friend brought Sombra out versus all the different healing support characters, and then against a few other characters as well, just to test what type of damage she can do at close range, medium range, and in some cases long range, to see if she can win or can lose against these different characters. Now, of course, a lot of these characters are support, so yeah, and you could definitely take your own opinion on how strong you think Sombra is after watching this video. I'm just going to point out what the different damage is and how the end results turned up, at least for us when we were testing these. Now, before we get started, this is not using like DPS damage values. I was not using all these calculations. We just tested it in custom games and just tested to see who it seemed like would win these games. So actually in game, instead of, just counting the DPS versus the other DPS, because in game it doesn't always work like it should work on paper. So yeah, again, these might not be exactly what the DPS would say, but this is at least what we personally got in game. As well, how we did this was we waited until the server timer hit 0, then we'd try to shoot in either body shot, headshot, medium range, far range, all the different things. But yeah, when the timer hit 0, and whoever shot first was pretty much just whoever saw the 0 first. Of course, one player might have shot it first, or another player might have shot it first, but we tried our best to get it as close as possible. And as well, if it's very, very close and the enemy still has bullets left, I'd just say it's really a tie, and either way it could go, just whoever pulled the trigger in the actual game. Anyways, with all that said, with all that behind us, let's get into the data that we found out about Sombra. So here are all of our examples with Zenyatta, and with Zenyatta, when Sombra was very close range, without Zenyatta having the Discord orb, she was actually doing really well. She could easily take out the Zenyatta, be it headshot or not. But then when you actually had to put into account the Discord orb, Sombra just kind of got completely mauled by Zenyatta, and that was not including any melees, which Zenyatta usually goes for, so that kind of hurt. As far as medium range without Discord orb, I'd say it was really like a 50-50. Whoever pulls the trigger first, it's very close. While with Discord orb, of course, again, Zenyatta really gets that first place. And then if you add in headshots, well, even without Discord orb, Zenyatta just completely mauls Sombra. And if you add Discord orb again, well, Sombra just kind of gets bodied even further and dies just extremely fast. That one example, he only actually got 2 headshots and 1 body shot, and he still killed me that fast. And of course, at very far range, Sombra really doesn't stand much of a chance at all versus any characters, and especially versus Zen, he has a bit of a problem. I feel like another thing to really mention right here is that it's not also very hard to get the Discord orb on Sombra. She yells, "Here I am," and then has a bit of lag before she can actually start shooting, so Zen can turn around, Discord orb, and then 1v1 her and probably win if he hits all of his orbs. As well, Sombra just not as good at medium ranges, so he has a lot of range advantage, so I really feel like Zenyatta has a good chance of beating Sombra really at any range. Okay, and now to Mercy body shot, and she was a very weird character. So when we were fighting Mercy versus Sombra, of course, Mercy actually got kinda close, but then when we decided to try to test out headshots, it turns out that Mercy indeed cannot headshot Sombra at close range. When you see all these different examples, from the best that we could figure out, it's either very hard to do or impossible to do when you're like melee range next to Sombra. Probably just very hard, but in either case, that's not something that you want to have to face against when you're playing Mercy. So I guess when you're playing Sombra versus Mercy, get up in their face, and you'll be able to do really well. Of course, once we got to further range, it became an actual complete even fight. We killed each other at the exact same time. Of course, mainly this just says whoever shoots first probably is going to win if you hit all your bullets. So yeah, that's kind of nice. And then finally, we got 2 headshots at medium range, or at least our medium range. And Mercy did a lot more damage just because she was more accurate, so she could kill me a little bit faster. So my bullets started to miss, and honestly, trying to get a headshot with Sombra at medium range is just a little bit hard because the bullets do start to miss, while people like Mercy just don't really miss their bullets. So I guess if you are Sombra, try to get close up and try to kill that Mercy, while if you are Mercy, try to shift to a teammate that's kind of far away, and then try to shoot the Sombra from a medium range, as you'll have a much higher chance of killing the character, and that's kind of just how this matchup really works out. Anna is a bit different than the others, because if we go close range, she's always going to lose. And if we go close range with headshot, she's just going to lose even more. But if we let Anna use any of her abilities, I instantly lose no matter what. She uses her E, double shots and E, well, I lose. She happens to shift me, I lose. And even if she shoots, E's, and then shoots, she still ties. So really, if she uses any of her abilities, there's not much I can do. As well, at medium range, even if I'm going for headshots, and since she can't headshot, she's shooting, I still lose without her using any abilities. So yeah, it does become a bit of a problem. It's kind of annoying. And yeah, of course, as we see right here, if she does get any combos off, I lose right then too. And this is without any teammates helping her. So Yeah, Ana does seem to be like a really good counter to Sombra. The only time you can really go in is if the Ana doesn't have any of her abilities up, which isn't way too often, so yeah, take that as you will. And finally for the supports, we have Lucio, and I was actually the most surprised about him. I was expecting that he'd actually be able to 1v1 Sombra, as Lucio's like that one combat type of person you think might do a lot of damage, but in all cases, when Lucio was close to Sombra, he always lost, no matter if he had healing, if he had speed boost, if he was going for headshots, no matter what, he always lost. So as Sombra, if you are playing against Lucio, try to get as close as possible, and just try to shoot him. It doesn't really matter what he does, as you're just going to win him, headshot or not having headshot. Now with that said, when you're playing medium range, if you're playing versus a Lucio, if you're going for body shots, and if he's not healing himself up, then you can beat him, while if you're at medium range, you're both getting headshots on each other, and he has his E or he doesn't have his E up, well, then he can beat you. So really, medium range depends on who gets more headshots, while close range, you almost always win. Now, of course, this test, just like all the other ones, are pretty much based on 100% accuracy, or at least the most accuracy you can get. And with Sombra versus Lucio, I feel like it much more depends on who can be more accurate, as if the Lucio can jump around, if the Sombra really can't hit as many shots. I feel like Lucio has a shot, but if you are a very good Sombra player in close range, you probably should win against a Lucio. And finally, I just wanted to show Sombra versus the best DPS in the game right now to kind of show you how the DPS works. Now, if Sombra and Soldier both body shot each other, well, Soldier still wins. That's not using any abilities. If Soldier uses any ability, he wins by a lot more, and Soldier really just wins at every single range. Medium, close, far range, abilities, non-abilities, he pretty much always wins against Sombra. Now, of course, the benefit of Sombra is that she can kind of sneak around, but as we show even at the end, when you are sneaking around, at least with me versus my friend, he can easily hear me. I yell, "Here I am," and then he can just turn around and shoot me. So I feel like really the other DPS do have a big advantage versus her, at least for right now. Those are some of just the conclusions that we came up with. Of course, these are just my own opinion and kind of what we saw out of what happened when we were testing this all out. And of course, if you want to try out different results, test them out and try them for yourself and tell me if you got something different. I do want to know the most accurate results that you can possibly get. As well with this, I feel like Sombra might not be the most damaging hero, but of course she's pretty good countering the tank matter with her ultimate, and as well with that, getting those health packs. Honestly, I feel like that's probably the best thing she can do right now, and if you can, you know, get health packs or deny health packs for the enemy team, you can do a lot more than what some of the other damage healers can even do right now. So that's a really nice thing about her that I think you really can't forget, is that's probably the best part of her entire kit, and it's getting even better when the PTR is reducing the time that you actually have to wait to hack. So yeah, it's just gonna get better from there. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want another video like this sometimes in the future, please tell me. It was really fun to make, and if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button. I feel like this is one of the funner videos that I've really done in a while to kind of show off a character. Anyways, as always, if you did learn something, tell me in the comment section down below, or just tell me if you were kind of validated or anti-validated by what you thought Sombra was and what Sombra actually does seem to turn out to be. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more future content. Hit the bell if you actually want to see any more future content. And as always, have a wonderful day.